Hello everyone and welcome to another Poppy and Richie episode where we open blind packs, talk about books and Legos and a whole bunch of other stuff. I know last time we said we'd be back up in the library, but we're actually downstairs today for a very, very special reason, and hopefully that reason will make an appearance in this video. If not, I'll put a picture of that reason at the very end. So let's get into what we're going to talk about today. Number one, I did say I was going to review The Black Mage, which was a graphic novel inspired by the lack of diversity for Harry Potter. So if you've not seen that yet, I'm going to insert a picture of that now right over here. Okay. So this was actually not too bad of a book. Probably my main criticism is that it was too short. Yeah, it was too short. The pacing itself was okay, but there was definitely areas where it could have had more detail, more story, more plot line. But overall, it was pretty good. I'd probably give it about 3.5, maybe close to 4 stars. But for the fact that it did really leave a lot to be wanted in the story or the continuation of the story, yeah, because it just kind of ends and you don't know where it's going to go after that. I mean, the school doesn't get shut down or anything. So, yeah, oops, spoilers. What I did like about the book is I loved all the play on words. Like the main character, his name is Tom Token because, you know, token black character, which is when there's only one black character or two maybe in a film or story, just because they're trying to make it more diverse and it doesn't really come across as diverse. It just comes across as you plugged in these characters just to appeal to anybody. So that was a fun play on words. They did show in the story, they showed the Sorcerer's Stone even though it didn't really have much to do with the story, and there was Wizard's Chess, but it wasn't actually played. But a battle did take place on the chess field, on the chessboard, so there's that. Couple of the characters in there are ghosts, so I like the school having ghosts, but these ghosts are the ghost of Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass, who get the nicknames Harry and Fred. So the book overall, if you're looking for a quick read, is definitely one that you should look into. If you want more continuation of the story, not one to look into because I don't know if there's a second one. That being said, I did go to the bookstore today and bought more books, so I'm going to show those off. The next book I do read, though, was one that I posted in the previous video. I'm going to be reading The Secrets of Platform 13 next. And let me show you what I got at the bookstore today. Now, I would not have gone to the bookstore had my friend Ellie not reached out and said, hey, I'm looking for, Twilight. Do you have a used copy at one of your bookstores? So we went to one that we hadn't been to in several months, and of course I did find that for her. So pick that one up. Yes, I have read it. Do I suggest reading it? No. If you want to read it, that's on you. I was a fan a long time ago, but Stephanie Meyer has her issues. And when I go back and look at the story, now that I've read it, now that I've grown up, there's a lot of issues within the story itself. So no, I did not purchase Midnight Sun when it came out. What I did do, however, is I went to Barnes & Noble first because we had some time to kill before the used bookstore, which is Coppersfield. Hold on, I'm trying to double check. Yeah, Coppersfield's Books. Let me show you the tag. There you go. So, yeah, they are the bookstore I went to, but before we could go there, because they didn't open till noon, we had some time to kill. We got some boba tea, and we went to Barnes & Noble. Yes, it was my boyfriend's idea, even though we just cleaned out the library yesterday. I have found 3 books in one from Brandon Sanderson. This is his young adult sci-fi series, so I figured I'd get the whole thing because it was actually cheaper to get all 3 in one instead of getting just the first one, because it was $12 and this one was $23, so it was a steal to get all 3. Let's see, what else did I get there? There was one other one. Yes, I grew up reading these not short stories, but children's little chapters books that had a spooky theme, and I remember one that was called Wait Till Helen Comes that I absolutely adored when I was younger, and I didn't realize how prolific the author was, so I picked up one of her books today, The Old Willis Place. So I'm going to give that one a look. I'll show you the back. You can pause to read if you can see past that glare. Okay, so that's going to be an interesting one, I think. I'm still in kind of like a spooky mood for my reading. One book that I got at Coppersfield's that is not a spooky mood, but it does have to deal with some dangerous stuff. During Christmas, for Christmas Eve, my boyfriend gave me a book called Dorothy Must Die, which is an alternative world of Wizard of Oz, where Dorothy has come back, she's taken over, and she's become a bit of a tyrant. So that was pretty good. I read it in like 3-4 days. So I picked up the second book today, The Wicked Will Rise. So I'm going to give that one a read, but that's not next on the TBR. I've got too many books before then. Another one I read The Haunting of Ashburn House recently, and it was a good story. It was kind of scary. I did read it late at night at the scariest point in the book, but it was probably more scary to me than other readers because my biggest fear, that is not a logical fear, but it still happens, is I fear seeing supernatural things in the mirror in the dark, and it dealt with that. But I picked up another one by her, The House Next Door. So there's that. And then one book I picked up, which is an adult novel. I don't know how adult it is, but this one's probably not for kids, because I was specifically looking for vampire stories for adults to read, so that way I can diversify my reading, because I have a lot of YA and young children chapter books on my TBR right now. And so I picked up the Vampire Tapestry, which is, I'm just going to show the back. There's a guy who is a vampire, and he's starting to learn to detest humans, but he still has to feed, pretty classic vampire. So I'm going to see what that book's about. Okay, so yeah, that's all the books I got. My boyfriend picked up some more of the Anne Rice Interview with a Vampire. So that's it for the books, and I'm going to open some blind packs now. Let me go ahead and just do a couple of Cats versus Pickles, because, I love them. All right, so let me get something to cut them open. Here we go. Oh, didn't quite get enough room. And I believe this one, yep, I have this one. This one was number 81, The Punisher. I Am Justice, Hear Me Growl. I got that in one of my first videos with Cats versus Pickles. So Ellie, this one's going to you if you want him. Time for the next one. There we go. Oh, I don't believe I have this one. Let's see, Cheshire. You can see my grin a mile away. He is new, and he is based from Alice in Wonderland, of course. His classic stripes and his little grin. All right, so next up is I have some Zoom Zooms. Now, Ellie did tell me that she already got the stitch from this one, so I guess we're just collecting for me now. Oh, and that one did not want to open. They put the notch a little too high. Speaking of Stitch, I finally found the Stitch. Finally, I've only opened a few of these, but there he is. I have the Stitch. Next one. Oops, again, the notch is too high on this. Yes, I'm just using some new nail clippers I got to just snip the edge. And we have Piglet. One more of those. Oh, I have 2 stitches now. And Ellie's already got one, so what do I do with the extra? So, yeah. Don't know what I'm going to do there. So, I don't know. We'll come up with something, or he'll get donated. All right. Let's see. I got a couple of pencil toppers, and I've got the mini brands. Let's go ahead and get into our mini brands. Oh, that zipper test failed, as usual. Time for the second layer. Zipper test fail. Oh, but it works on the second half of it. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop this open. Okay, first up is we have a display or a shopping cart type thing. We'll set that to the side, put it together later. Next up is inside of our little packet, and we have Tapatio hot sauce. All right. I think I already have that one. So it's a duplicate. I do have all of them laid out upstairs now, so that way I can see what I have duplicates and triplicates of. So we shall see. And now we have the warheads. These I already know I have. Whoops. Let's see, and we have stovetop turkey stuffing. This one I have multiples of. Okay, let's get into the next one. There we go. And we have the Classico Creamy Alfredo sauce. All right, that's it for that sphere. Let's go for the next one. Oops. Kind of a fail on that one. It only went halfway down. Will it be enough to get off the first layer, though? We shall see. I don't think so. Gotta pull more of the zipper. There we go. First layer gone. Let's look for the second. Now that was easy. Let's go ahead and take off the rubber piece. There we go. And we have Bubble Yum, and I do believe that I already had one. And we have the blue Baby Bell. I don't know if I had the blue one. I know that I had the red one. And we have more strawberry syrup. That one I know I already had. And we have the Fridays poppers. Okay, this is the last one. And we have a display shelf. So again, pop that one off and put it together later. All right, all that's left for today is some Harry Potter pencil toppers. And we have another Ron. Yep, he's definitely a duplicate. And who do we have? We have another Ron. Yeah. So, giant earrings maybe? It might be a little too heavy. I'll try them out though. So maybe in the next video, you'll actually see me. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. In the next video, you will see me turn some of the duplicates that I have from these blind packs, Harry Potter or the minis, into jewelry. So I know I've been promising that since I started the channel. And that was an idea that was brought by my former coworker, Mr. Wilson. Still miss you at work, bud. Yeah, so we'll start doing some crafty things in the next one, and I do have the library all picked up now, or we have the library since my boyfriend did go upstairs yesterday with me to clean up the library because, yeah, it was getting to be a mess. But we're going to bring the table up there and start building on the Harry Potter Lego sets that my brother has been giving me for birthdays and Christmases. So we're going to start that this summer too. So next episode, we're going to turn blinds into jewelry. And then after that, we're going to start focusing on all the crafty stuff, including the Legos. So until next time, Poppy and I wish you a magical day, and stay tuned for a picture real quick of the surprise of why we were down here in the bedroom today instead of upstairs in the office. We brought home a new friend, and his name is Merlin. So insert a picture right after this so that way you can see him. Right now he's napping, so I'm not gonna disturb his nap, but I'm down here spending time with him. All right, y'all have a magical day. Bye.